It was the legislation that defined the first 3 months of the new Congress and almost caused the government to shut down. Yesterday, lawmakers sent a federal budget for the rest of 2011 to President Obama. The bill makes about $38 billion in cuts to domestic programs. However, 59 House Republicans voted against the bill, many saying it does not do enough to reduce government spending. Now the attention turns to the 2012 budget and whether to raise the debt ceiling. Those fights could be even more contentious. For more now, we are joined from Washington by Politico's Marin Cogan. Thanks for being with us, Marin.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's move on to this next budget battle. It starts in the House today. What are we going to see with this one?
Well, we're going to see a couple of different things happening. The president came out with a speech this week with his own deficit reduction plan for $4 trillion over the next 12 years. And then you have the GOP-backed plan by Paul Ryan that seeks to cut the deficit by $6 trillion over about 10 years. And then you have another budget coming forward from the Republican Study Committee that's going to cut even more. They want to cut domestic discretionary spending by 50%. So you're going to see a lot of different battles going on, and it's going to be really difficult to get something through. And I imagine that the end result will be that no one will get exactly their way.
Yeah, difficult to get something through. Difficult just to keep them all straight. There are so many. You know, the president unveiled his deficit reduction plan on Wednesday. Yesterday, he met with the co-chairman of the Deficit Reduction Commission, and they called his proposal solid and responsible. But will that be enough to sway any Republicans?
Likely not. You know, they say that they've been leading on this issue for a long time. This has long been a pet issue of Budget Committee Chairman Paul Ryan, and I think that they think that he sort of got on the bandwagon after they started addressing these issues. So they're going to try to play that to their advantage.
You know, there was also a separate vote on the health care law yesterday. The White House is trying to separate the budget fight from the issues raising the debt ceiling. What's going on with all of this?
Well, you know, Republicans are going to keep pushing this. One of the deals that they got in the CR was that there were going to be a bunch of studies that examine the long-term impacts of Obama's health care law. So they're going to keep pushing that into the future. But Democrats are trying to sort of take that issue on the table and deal with the debt limit raising separately.
So is Congress going to push this to the brink that it did with the last budget?
I think that seems pretty likely. I mean, with every one of these battles, you see the stakes get higher and higher every time, and it gets a little bit harder for John Boehner to pass something through his conference. That's why you see him relying on more Democrats, and that's what means that I think it's going to take a little bit longer each time to get these things done.
Well, last night, President Obama said his vote in 2006 against raising the debt ceiling was politically motivated. Is that going to hurt his efforts in the weeks to come?
I think, you know, Republicans will definitely use that against him. They'll say, look, he refused to raise the debt limit when he was in the Senate. But I think ultimately, you know, Speaker Boehner understands that this is something that he needs to get his conference to do. So ultimately, it's going to be on him to get that done.
All right. Politico's Marin Cogan. Thanks for being with us, Marin. We do appreciate it.
Thanks so much.